Hi, Greg the Brickitect here. In this video I'm going to be reviewing LEGO Creator Set 5761 Mini Digger. This is an awesome little set. It's a 3-in-1. The first build is the Mini Digger, which is basically just a loader, which you see here. Then you also get to build a tow truck and a Dune Buggy. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to show you all three of the builds and let you know what I think about them. So let's get building. Here's the first build, which is the Mini Digger. It's basically just a front-end loader. It uses about 50 pieces, and I think this is a fantastic build. My favorite thing about it is the function that it has. It's got this bucket on the front. Obviously the arms go up and down, and then the bucket itself also moves, so it's got complete function that if you're picking something up, it would raise it up and you can dump it anywhere, and I think that's great. As you can see here, it also has function here where it moves back and forth, and I think in terms of style, this thing looks great. This is exactly what I picture in my mind when I think of a loader. It's got the section there where the person would sit inside. You got the orange light on the top. It's got headlights on the front, tail lights on the back. This is where the engine would be. It's got some detail on the back there. This is what the bottom looks like. I love that hinge. I think that really makes it. You can kind of see inside here. It's a bit of a filler there. Kind of would be like an exhaust piece, but it just kind of fills that piece up there since there isn't quite enough yellow to go around. And I think they just did an awesome job with this. I'm a big fan of this build, and I think this build alone is worth the price of admission, but I still have two builds left, so let's take a look at those. Here's the second build, which is a tow truck. Used quite a few less pieces than the Mini Digger, but nonetheless turned out to be a pretty interesting build. We'll start with the weakest section at first. I'd say that would be the front end. Not a huge fan of the way that turned out, but it looks okay. I think the fenders kind of look good, but the front's just kind of plain. But when you turn it around, the back end makes up for everything, and I love this arm that it has. This is sort of like the towing portion of the tow truck, and it kind of goes up and down. But I love the unique use of the pieces that they kind of put together and the way that it was done. When I was building it, I kind of thought it was unique, and as you can see, it kind of goes up and down slightly, but not completely, and it's at a good angle. This piece rotates around a little bit. Obviously, there's really nothing to tow because you can't build a second vehicle with this, but it looks good. I like the stacks on the side. That's for the exhaust, and then you got the orange light again on the top for a, sort of like a construction style, and then I like this on the back to kind of protect the truck against the arm coming down. You got the wheels. This is what the bottom looks like. I like the yellow that's going throughout the frame of it. I think it kind of ties it in really nicely together. And then obviously you have the windshield, which they have a split windshield, and then on the sides you can see through the window as well. It's kind of tinted out, and I think this turned into a really good build. The front's a little weak, but the arm completely awesome. And I think this is, at this point, my second favorite build. I don't think you can beat the Mini Digger with this, but I like some of the styling and some of the elements that went into this. So for the final build, we'll take a look at the Dune Buggy. Here's the Dune Buggy completed. This is definitely a better build than the tow truck. It's great use of pieces. I think my favorite angle looking at it's right from the front here. You can see how the hood kind of slants up. It's got these huge KC lights up here which look great. I think the windshield looks good. A little bit weaker from the side. You can pretty much tell that there's no place for anyone to sit, but this is just a little small build. You can't expect that much from it. I like the use of the fender in a strange location. You think that would be up over one of the tires, either in the front or back, but you kind of have it in the center, which makes up the body, and I thought that was kind of creative. The back, another creative part of this is how this kind of comes down here to form the roof line, which really doesn't exist, but it really works well. And then you got the taillights in the back, and I just think overall just a really great build. This is probably my second favorite build. The Mini Digger, I don't think there's any beating that, but this thing definitely beats the tow truck for build quality and just kind of creative use of pieces. The only thing the tow truck really had going for it was just the arm of it, and this thing has a lot more to it and a lot of fun stuff going on. I think this is just a fantastic build again. This has just been great. So that's my review of LEGO Creator Set 5761 Mini Digger. As you can probably tell, I really love this set. The only weakness I would say would be the tow truck, but the other two builds are great. The Mini Digger is awesome, and then I thought the Dune Buggy was really good as well. But each build has its own and great features, and I think it's worth building. So if you can find this set fairly cheap, I know it's a retired set, so it's getting harder to find. If you can find it on eBay like I did, I think I picked this up for like $5.50 or something like that shipped. It's definitely worth it just to build the three things. And I'll be back with another video right after this showing you my own mock that I'm going to use, using just the pieces from this set, and hopefully I can make something pretty awesome. I have a couple ideas, so you'll have to check back on that, and I thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.